Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will be presenting about PBL2 for hotel reservation system. We will talk about three tasks in this presentation, which is sequence diagram, communication diagram, and class diagram. Without further ado, let's get started. Sequence diagram. A sequence diagram shows object interactions arranged in time sequence. It represents the object involved in the scenario and the sequence of messages exchanged between the objects needed to carry out the functionality of the scenario. My name is Aidatul Aisha binti Izam and my metric number is 272234. Okay, now I will be explaining about sequence diagram for register account and logging into the account. Let's start with register account. In this diagram, it has one actor, which is the user, and three objects that consists register panel as the boundary object, security manager as the control object, and the user info as the entity object. Okay, first the user will send a message to the register panel by clicking the register button, and then the register button will display a register form. From there, the user will fill in the detail and submit the form. The security manager will check the detail. If inside the alternative flow, if the detail is complete, a security will return a message to the register panel by displaying successful field message. But if the form is incomplete, the security will return a message to the register panel and display an error message. Okay, for security purposes, a security manager will return a message to register panel by displaying CAPTCHA. The user needs to fill in the CAPTCHA. In the alternative flow, if the user enter the correct CAPTCHA, the register panel will send a message to the security panel to send the detail. But if the user fill in the incorrect CAPTCHA, it will return a display error message from security manager to the register manager. For the correct CAPTCHA, the security manager will send a message to user info which is save the detail. And then lastly, from the user info will return a message to the register panel and display a success message. Now let's go to login into account. In this diagram, it has one actor and three objects that consist login panel as the boundary objects, login manager as the control object, and the user info as the entity object. Firstly, the user will send a message to the login panel by insert username and password. From the login panel to the login manager, it will send a message to check the username and the password. Okay, the login manager will send a message to the user info by getting the password to get the password. And next, login manager will return the message to verify the password. If the password is valid for the alternative flow, if the password is valid, the login manager will send a return message to display a successful message. But if the password is not invalid, it will display a failure message. Okay, if the password is valid, the user now can make booking at the login panel.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Ashira binti Abdullah Azif. My metric number is 272246. For sequence diagram of booking room, it has one actor which is customer and four object which is booking panel as boundary object, booking manager as control object, booking info and customer info as entity object. Okay, first, customer will interface with booking panel and send message to make a room booking. Then from make a room booking, it will send message to choose date and check available room at booking manager. From that, it will check the availability and represent an alternative flow for available and not available at booking panel. If it is available, it will display available room, and if not available, it will display not available room. After display, it will send a message of choose room details at booking manager, and then it will go to booking info to choose additional add-on or pickup, and it will send message to check the prerequisite. so that the message will go to update and check customer detail. From there, it go to customer info to proceed the booking.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdullah Yasir Al-Hadar. My matric number 252136. Today I will talk about two parts. The first part is payment for booking. First I will start with the actor. As you can see, the name of the actor is customer, and there is four objects. The first object is a booking panel, and the second object is a payment manager, and the third one is bank manager, and the fourth one customer information. As you can see here, if the customer confirm reservation, he will click confirm reservation, and if cancel reservation, the booking panel display cancel payment message to the customer. And the second step is the customer have to choose the method of the payment, and there is two method. The first method is by cash. The payment manager, if the customer choose cash, the payment manager send message to the customer information, update information for cash, and then the payment manager send message, return message, generate check invoice. If the customer choose the another method, the another method is online payment. The payment manager send to the bank manager process payment, and the bank manager it will verify payment, and then if verify, the bank manager display successful message. If not verify, the bank manager display unsuccessful message to payment manager. As you can see here, in 10 step, update information after payment approved, and then the 11 step is generate a check and receipt.
In sequence diagram of manage booking, it has one actor and four objects. The actor is admin, boundary object is booking panel, control object is booking manager, and for entity object is hotel info and customer info. Okay, from admin, it will interface with booking panel by send message to click edit button, and then send message to hotel information to edit the room price, edit interface, and edit promotion. After that, admin will send a message to click edit user information to booking panel. From booking panel, it will go to object of customer info to edit the customer info. Okay, then it will go to booking manager to booking information, edit number of room, and edit payment. From there, it will check availability of the request. So it will represent an alternative box to customer info, which is for success and fail. If success, it will display successful message, and if it is fail, it will display an error message.
Communication diagram. A communication diagram offers the same information as a sequence diagram, but while a sequence diagram emphasizes the time and order of events, a communication diagram emphasizes the messages exchanged between objects in the system. Right now, I will be explaining about communication diagram for register into the account and logging into the account. Firstly, let's go to the register account. In this diagram, it has one actor, which is the user, and three objects that consist register panel as the boundary object, security manager as the control object, and the user info as the entity object. The message that been sent to the register panel from the user is click register button, fill in the detail and submit, and lastly, fill in the CAPTCHA. At the register panel, it will send a return message to display a register form. From the register Between the register panel and the security manager, the register panel will send a send detail message to the security manager. And the security manager will send a return message to the register panel, which is display successful field message, display error message, display CAPTCHA, and display error message. Okay, from the security at the security manager, it will send a return message to check the details. From the security manager to the user info, it will send a save detail message. And lastly, from the user info, the user info will send a message to the register panel by displaying successful message. For the login into the account, in this diagram, it also has one actor, which is the user, and three objects that consist login panel as the boundary object, login manager as the control object, and the user info as the entity object. Firstly, from the user to the login panel, the message that will be sent is insert username and password. From the login panel to the login manager, it will send a chat username and password message. And next is login manager will send a return message to the login panel, which is display successful message and display failure message. At the login manager, it will send a return message to the login manager by verify the password. And lastly, from the login manager to the user info, the message that been sent is get password.
In this booking room communication diagram, it has four objects, which is booking panel, booking manager, booking info, and customer info. From customer to booking panel, the message of make a room booking will send. From booking panel to booking manager, a message will send which is choose date, check available room, and choose room detail. Then a written booking panel, which is check availability. Then between that has a message of display available room and display not available room. The message of choose additional add-on or pickup, update and check customer details from booking manager to booking info. The last is message from booking info to customer info, which is proceed booking.
Now I will talk about the second part. Communication diagram. The communication diagram same the first part. The first part it was sequence diagram. Now communication diagram. As you can see here, there is actor and there is four objects, same sequence diagram. And for the first object is booking panel, and the second payment manager, and the third bank manager, and the fourth customer information. Now I will start with the customer. The customer send message to booking panel if he will confirm the reservation. If cancel the reservation, the booking panel send message to the customer, display cancel payment message. And the second step, choose payment method. Like I said before, there is two methods for payment, by cash and by via card. Uh, when the customer choose cash, uh, the the payment manager send to customer information message update information for cash, and then the payment manager send message to booking panel generate a check in invoice. If the customer choose another, the second method is uh, online payment. The payment manager send message to bank manager process payment, and the bank manager verify payment. Uh, if verify, the bank manager send to payment manager. The bank manager send to the payment manager display successful message. If not verify, the bank manager send to payment manager display unsuccessful message. And after this, payment manager send to customer information update information after payment approved, and then the payment manager send message to booking panel generate a check receipt. That's all for communication diagram.
In this managed booking communication diagram, it has four objects, which is booking panel, hotel information, booking info, and booking manager. Okay, from admin to booking panel, the message of click edit button and click edit user information will send. Then a message of edit room price, edit interface, and edit promotion will send between booking panel and hotel information. From booking panel to customer info, it has a message of edit customer info. The message of edit booking information, edit number of room, and edit payment will send between customer info and booking manager. There is a written message of check availability at booking manager to customer info. Last message between it is display success edit and display fail edit.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Bakri bin Muhammad Anwar. My metric number is 273599. So now I'm going to show to you our class diagram. Before that, I'm going to explain to you what is the class diagram. Class diagram is a type of static structure diagram that describe the structure of the system by showing their system classes, their system attribute, the system operation, and relationship between the among the object. And now I'm going to show to you our class diagram. On the top of the each box, like register panel, user info, login panel, hotel information, booking manager, that is our class. And under that, under the box is our attributes. So from the customer, we put the aggregation here, because if we don't have any user, the system still have. Yes, from the customer, go to register panel, and after that go into the login, and then user can able to do the booking and do the payment. And if you see that we have lots of the proposition here, this is because if don't have any part, in the system that cannot do the booking, such as the from the login panel to the booking manager. We put a proposition. This because login panel is important, because if we don't have login panel, we cannot do the booking. The booking panel do not work. Same goes like every proposition in our class diagram. So that's all from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, we presented sequence diagrams and communication diagrams and class diagram for our hotel reservation system. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for watching.